the United States is switching to a shadow policy apparatus. Okay, a shadow policy apparatus. We're going to go through it because it's a mix of debt surveillance, migration control, and supply chain domination. And really understanding this will help you see kind of what's going on right here. So don't imagine ICE's immigration enforcement. That's the wrong way to think about this. It is a soft domestic army, not just for immigration, but for control during social and economic unrest, functioning as a pretext for martial enforcement. Economic fear? No. Obedience tool. Obedience tool. Keep recession fears quiet while creating the conditions, right? And then high interest rates, strategic job insecurity, high cost of goods to slowly consolidate behavioral compliance. And then legal ambiguity, right? Because if citizens can be mistaken for deportable, who really has status? This allows power to be weaponized through vagueness. Are you really safe? But then here's one of the things. A lot of people talking about a recession, of this, of that. It's a control lever. Recession is a control lever, not a crisis. The suppression of recession headlines, right, would mean that economic spiral is being curated rather than responded to. So the Fed and the elites need to slow down, to cool wage growth, to break labor momentum, and to reestablish capital discipline. And the middle class collapse is being managed, not avoided. We're going to see like stealth liquidity extraction, right? Reverse QE, student loan repayments being reactivated, snap cuts, utility hikes, no cultural language around it, just quiet pressure. And then the trade war as spectacle. The real shift is tech sovereignty. The China headlines, right, don't really matter that much. It's a global decoupling campaign. The U.S. is trying to pull critical manufacturing and rare earth reliance away from China without public panic. That is the whole goal, right? AI and microchip nationalism, that's the whole goal. The United States consolidating control over chips and AI while quality offshoring inflation, right, and manufacturing externalities, right? China would be responding by building an alternative trade bloc, right? Think Belt and Road 2.0, but militarized. And then there's a return to national identity as economic strategy. If the deportation policies keep staying hidden how they are, right? Here's what's going on really deeply. Here's what's going on, because it's actually a quiet cultural reconsolidation. It's a narrative pivot to nativism, right? And economic fear becomes a cultural fear about others taking jobs or corrupting systems. The citizens versus non-citizens is blurred on purpose, creating a two-tier system of rights. So the missing headline that you don't see is that strategic collapse has begun. Because there's a missing headline in the news right now, which is why we don't cover the news a lot on this page. Because the news is not telling you the story, and I don't know how to say it. I almost should go at them. That's how they're not doing it, because it smells a lot like the careful collapse of old post World War II. That's what it looks like, right? Well, we're not.